Hello everyone, you are on the TigerTrade channel. Do you know what most traders pay the highest price for? It's for their own psychology. You can learn all the patterns and indicators in the world, but if your head is working against you, your deposit will turn to dust. Today, we will break down 5 mental tricks that separate profitable traders from the eternal donors of the market. Have you ever seen how a professional poker player plays? He doesn't tremble over every bet, he just follows math and probability. Remember, every trade you make is just one of thousands in your career. A loss is not a catastrophe, but a working moment. You have to turn on the risk manager and accept in advance that the money you enter a trade with can be lost. The paradox is that when you stop being afraid to lose, a trader starts to earn. You need to realize that there should be no emotions that you attach to a trade. A trade is first and foremost a calculation. Every trade has a flip side that prevails, and that side is called risk. If you are ready for this, if you have mentally accepted the loss that may occur, in that case, the trader is no longer afraid to make trades. Imagine any doctor. Imagine a surgeon counting his fee during his own surgery. Any specialist is focused on the process because they know that the quality of the work will determine the result. When you trade, make deals, watch the market, close the financial result, and focus on what you can control. Focus on the quality of the setups. Your task is not to earn $100, your task is to find several clear entry points according to your strategy and work them out. And money in that case will come as a consequence when the result and your choice are honed to automatism. When a trader looks at his P&L every second, it's a big mistake. There is an expression that is called, that sounds like trading by financial result, so you shouldn't do that. Trading by financial result greatly spoils the quality of the situations chosen for practice. When a trader looks at his P&L every time, it irritates him a lot, it is a big trigger. When a trade closes at a stop, in that case, the trader may have extra external emotions. No one likes to close a loss, but the market has its own rules and laws on this matter. However, if a trader focuses on the quality and accuracy of the choice, in that case, the trading efficiency increases. However, this is also a skill that needs to be practiced in order not to make too many unnecessary trades. On the contrary. My personal favorite is FOMO. FOMO isn't about missed profits, it's about the fear of being left on the sidelines while everyone else is making money. But real money is only made through patience. The market, especially the crypto market, offers hundreds of opportunities every single day, but 95% of those situations are just traps. A pro knows that it's better to miss 10 questionable trades than to enter one that's obviously weak. Turn off your emotions and turn on your filters. Only trade what fits your trading criteria and your trading strategy. Like I said in a recent video, a trader has to understand that they can't catch every single move. And for the moves they do get into, where they open a trade, they won't be able to execute them perfectly 10 times out of 10. Most of the time, a trader takes exactly as much as they're capable of taking. The determining factor will be their skill level, their skill, and how much can be taken in a given market context in the safest way possible. Because controlling risk is the #1 thing a trader should be doing. So it's better to focus on not giving back your profits and on taking higher quality entry points. You don't need to jump into everything. You don't need to worry if a setup moves without you. You should try to cultivate this quality in yourself to be tolerant of FOMO and understand that all these emotions are very destructive and have a negative impact on your trading. Now answer this honestly. Which of these 3 mistakes has cost you the most money? Were you afraid to turn on your risk manager, constantly staring at your P&L? Or were you worried that a trade moved without you? Did FOMO get to your head? Write it in the comments and we'll discuss your situations. Sometimes someone else's experience is more valuable than any training. And don't be shy about sharing your fails, we've all been through it. Beginners think they'll become seasoned masters in just a year, but pros know that even after 10 years, the market can still teach them a painful lesson. Trading, scalping, it's a constant process. Every day brings new opportunities, every day brings new trades. Of course, they're similar to each other within the framework of a trading system, but at their core, they're all unique. And there's no need to rush in trading, because trading isn't just about pressing a button and opening a trade. Trading is about assessing your technical capabilities, evaluating the situation, weighing the risks, and only then making the trade. If you're an experienced trader and you get complacent, you'll immediately take a loss. If you're a beginner and you start to rush, you'll also immediately take a loss. That's just how the market works. Like I said, you always need to be in focus and stay concentrated. It's important to understand your place in the market and to always be learning. In other words, to get a little bit better every single day. Overtrading. This is a huge problem for most traders. Many people think that the more trades they make, the more money they'll earn. But in reality, it's the exact opposite. Set clear time frames for your trading and analysis. When your brain is overloaded, that's when mistakes are always made. When your brain is rested, that's when a trader acts most effectively. A routine is essential for a trader. By the way, in our community, we're adding a new feature for this, scheduled trading. I think it's going to work out very well. A person isn't a machine. A person is endowed with emotions. That's probably the main difference. A person can get tired, a person can burn out, a person can get upset, or on the other hand, be overly joyful after a successful trade. And all of this will affect your trading either directly or indirectly. And most often, this has a negative side effect. The market won't end after your last trade, it's not going to close. You have to remember that trading is a marathon, not a sprint. There's always tomorrow, and when tomorrow comes, you need to be at your peak level of efficiency. Because your mental state will inevitably be reflected in your actions, your trades, and your results. These 5 psychological tricks only work if you apply them systematically. The market isn't a casino where you can just hope for good luck. The market is a craft where the winners are those who control their own psychology. If you want more insights from real-world trading, subscribe to the channel. Here we talk about trading without rose-colored glasses and fluff. And thank you for watching.